please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you know when we put new videos out. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Brain Aqua. Welcome to the Aqua Brain. I'm your Virgil Drew. On today's show, we're going to talk about snow skating, snow skate events, surfing, and art.
All right, cool. This is great.
Cool. Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
This is awesome.
Yeah, so awesome. Thank you for reaching out.
Yeah, definitely. So you're in are you in Vail?
Yeah, I'm actually in Minturn, Colorado, which is about 5 miles from Vail.
Okay.
So it kind of, you can say I'm in Vail. Like I ride Vail Mountain every day, and
nice.
You know, Minturn's a really small town, so everything is in Vail.
Oh, gotcha.
Right, so you can actually ski to Minturn from Vail. We just don't have a chairlift to get to Vail from Minturn.
Okay, so I'm sure there's like shuttle buses and stuff you can take, right?
So you can take the shuttle bus and then you can like ski home.
Very cool.
It's really cool. And so far we've had a great year. It started kind of weak, so a little slow, and then about like 2 weeks ago, I think it just dumped. We got like 40 some inches in like 2 days.
And can't beat that.
No, and it put everything in, like, because at first it was kind of like, we were like, oh my God, is it going to be a bad season? Is it going to be a good season? And then it was just like, no, it's going to be a good season.
Right on.
So
right
yeah.
on.
Yeah, well, so it's been really fun.
So February 1st, you guys had an event?
Right. We had the 2020 Snowskate Open, which is, we started it last year, and it kind of was just an idea, you know, that just came up, like walking the dog, you know, it was like, oh, maybe we could do an event right here. This park seems really great. Let's invite some people and see if we can make it work. We thought that we were going to have about 15 people, basically like our friends.
Yeah.
And we had about, I think it was like 36 competitors that showed up.
Wow. That's really cool.
Yeah, so it just kind of blew up, like from nothing. It went from just like a simple idea, you know, into just, we're like, wow, where did you guys come from? You know, we had people from California, New Mexico. I think it was Crested Butte, some other people from, you know, Denver area. So we had people from all over the place. Snow skaters just showed up.
Yeah, I guess, you know, you have an event, they come.
Yeah, exactly. So we were like, all right, let's do it next year. Now we know that we have, you know, some people that are definitely going to show up, and we can make it a little better. Maybe we can get some sponsors, you know, because last year we only had like the town of Minturn, very supportive, Hovland Snow Skates, and then it was Crazy Mountain Brewery.
Okay.
So those were our 3 sponsors last year. And then this year we had about 26.
Wow.
26 sponsors, exactly. Local community, amazing. We had a lot of the snow skate companies this year be a part of it.
Oh, it's huge.
We even had a guy from New Jersey. Yeah,
very cool.
Like just reaching out. So we were very excited that it turned out to be a great event. Super fun. We keep it very mellow. It's not like come over here and kill yourself. It's more like technical, good times. We don't want anybody to break anything, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just good times. Snow skaters it's like a really tight community. So people are very friendly. It's just like overall, like just easygoing, fun event that we just, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, are you guys doing flat deck and bideck?
Right, like last year it was just the bidecks, and this year we had a request to do also the flat decks and maybe a downhill race. So we couldn't accommodate the downhill race for the downhillers, but we're thinking about doing it next year. And then we definitely were like, all right, we have enough flat deckers this year. I think we had like 10.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So yeah, we had a lot of people. It was fun. Like I think that a lot of the bideckers also do the flat decks. So they, you know, a lot of people enter both contests. So it was really cool. Like we had plenty of people like competing against each other, just having a good time.
That's awesome. So you have a business partner in this venture?
Yeah. Yes. My friend Dan Rolf, like the Wrench. We call him Dan the Wrench. he takes care of all the park stuff, you know, the rails and the digging. He's the man, you know, he makes it happen for sure. And I kind
Very
of do
cool.
all the other stuff.
Yeah.
And actually, I went and, you know, we were digging together last day. We were like, all right, we just looked at each other. We were like, we have a few more things to do. Let's go to it. So we stayed late, and, you know, I grabbed a shovel and I was just digging stuff, making everything even. So,
That's awesome.
you know, we both do a lot of it. It's cool.
Cool. And so do you guys both ride for Hovland, or?
Yeah, totally. I've been hanging out with Hovland for a while now. So I think it's been like 6 years now. I mean, it just started from me wanting to learn how to snow skate. A friend of mine was like, when do you want to learn how to snow skate? And I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, tomorrow, 11 o'clock. So he took me to Beaver Creek. The guys from Transition Sports, also one of our sponsors for the event, they were like, okay, here you go. Here are some skates. Let's go up on the mountain. They told me how to snow skate. I just kept doing it, you know, like I loved it so much. I started posting stuff online, and then Hovland reached out. They sent me 5 skates. You know, the following year, I think they sent some more skates, and then they were like, hey, do you want to work with us? And I was like, yeah, I would love to. So I started doing demos around Colorado on the weekends. Cool. I did that for a couple of years, and then I did them in California. So I traveled around California, setting up demos, different resorts.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's
it's been
awesome.
an adventure. Yeah. So it's kind of funny that it all started from wanting to just snow skate and loving it so much. And then it's, you know, now we have a snow skate event, and, you know, still part of the company. I'm one of the artists. I created the graphics for the Baba for the 2021, you know, so it'll be next year's model.
I know
So I'm
people are
really
excited about that skate.
Oh my God, it's so fun. So fun. It just cruises. It floats in the powder. You can actually ride it in the resort when it's not that deep. So it's, you know, all mountain really, but it really performs well in the deep powder. It's awesome.
Cool. So I kind of interrupted you. You were talking graphics.
Oh yeah. I'm an artist. So really what I do for a living is art. I've been painting my whole life. And I'm a surfer, so I worked with the surf industry for a long time, doing design for surfboards, Board Sticks, a company that was one of my sponsors. They sent me on tour with Turley and Spy and just different surf events to do live painting. And from there, it just kind of took off. So I've been doing artwork for companies, and then I started selling my art, and it just kind of developed into like my, you know, way of living. So cool. I have a lot of time to snow skate and surf, and I get to do my art, you know, hang out with my dog.
What kind of a dog do you have?
I have a Portuguese water dog.
Oh, wow. I don't even know what that looks like. You guys can Google that.
He's a fluffy little guy. He's awesome. Yeah, he's like my little adventure partner. He wants to go everywhere.
Does he go up on the slopes with you?
Yeah, totally. Like I take him hiking. Recently, because we had that big dump, like he's kind of short, so I got him a sled and like just drag him up the mountain, you know, and then we slide together. He loves it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
totally.
So where do you surf? Do you still surf?
Yeah, totally. Like I live half of the year in Colorado, and the other half I spend it either in California in San Clemente or in Delaware in Dewey Beach. Yeah, I have a gallery, an art gallery in Rehoboth Beach. I've been doing that for about 3 years. It's going well. It's like not what I want to do for a living because I'm an artist. So it kind of really takes away from, you know, the things that I really want to be doing, but it's really helped me out to sell my art and be able to live off of it. So I try to like basically make a lot of money in the summer to bring it out to the mountains, you know, and take it a little easier.
Skate. Yeah,
exactly.
That's very cool. I found snow skating many years ago, and it's unlike anything else. You know, I felt like it was learning to do it again. You know, I snowboarded for many years, and it's like, whoa, it's hard. It's easy, but if I want to get good at it and comfortable on the mountain, I gotta do it. You know, I gotta put the time in.
Exactly. I think it's easy. If you know how to snowboard, you can definitely learn within like a day or two. but to get good at it, it's definitely challenging. There's a lot of things that you're like, oh, I'm getting good. And you're like, no, I'm actually not.
Yeah.
Like, so it's cool because you're always growing, you know, you're always doing something that makes you feel really good. But at the same time, you're like, all right, I need to progress more, you know? So from riding just the mountain to hitting rails or boxes, you know, there's so much that you can do. It makes it very interesting, where like snowboarding can get a little boring if you've been doing it for a while. You know, you're just like, all right, I really don't want to go out there and kill myself. Right. Because like the progression, you know, the progression gets to a point where you're like, all right, do I really want to do this? And you're like, oh, I don't know if that's for me. But with snow skating, you can really take it from 0 to wherever you want to go. Same as snowboarding. But I don't know, it's just, I think it's super fun, and not being strapped in is like awesome. It's like the best feeling.
Yeah. And I mean, you hit the nail on the head. That is exactly why I kept at it, was just not wearing my snowboard boots. Honestly, I was like, I really don't want to put those things back on after, you know, having this freedom. It's
exactly,
you know, just to get up, I can jump off and I can walk a little ways and I can ride something that would have been a hassle, you know, on a snowboard.
Exactly. No, totally. I think it's awesome, like not being strapped in, wearing whatever kind of shoes you want to wear. I mean, some people wear snowboard boots. Like I had a pair of snowboard boots that were really old and stomped out that I just don't, you know, tighten up, and you can still, I mean, I can wear those if I want to, you know, depending on the weather. You know, if it's cold outside or like springtime, I can wear my hiking boots, you know, or now I think they're making some sort of like skate shoe, like Vans has to. So yeah, it's like really cool. Also, that's the other progression too. I think is the equipment, like the accessories for snow skating. You know, that's definitely happening now too, and it's just fun to see where it's going. You know, from doggy leashes to the new leashes on the boards. You know.
Yeah, some oogie boongie or something.
Yeah,
I guess
definitely.
does Hovland have their own leash?
Yeah, totally. We
They're
have
kind of a
like
one-stop shop.
the coil leash, and it's super nice because it doesn't get wet, doesn't drag. It bounces back if it stretches out.
Yeah.
So that's, you know, I think every year like people come up with new little fixes and making it better and better.
It is definitely progressing.
Yes.
So would go back to the Snowskate Open. Were there any like standout moments or anything that any cool stories?
Right. We had Dan decided that he wanted to have a big log, like a log slide in there. I think it was 26 feet long, kind of like curvy, you know. I'm gonna have to say it was probably a little longer than 26 feet. A lot of people didn't clear it, and we had Z Griffin just clear the whole thing on his bike deck and on the flat deck. And that was definitely a moment that everybody was just like, wow, we didn't think anybody was going to be able to clear this thing. And he just went like right through the whole thing. It was amazing. That was one of the moments, you know, I think that everybody's like, holy crap, that's so cool. I don't know, it's just like the vibe, because we do like an open session too. Like at the end of it, you have everybody hitting everything. So it's just so fun. Like just people just, you know, falling, landing tricks. I think you get that feeling of what snow skating is really all about, and not just being the best at something and kind of like showing off. You know what I mean? It's just like you're having a good time, just how you when you're a kid and you go skateboarding and you're trying to land tricks with your friends.
Yeah, pick yourself up.
Exactly.
Try it again.
Exactly. Yeah. This year we also had lights, like different color lights on the event. Feel like if we didn't have them, nobody would have really said anything, but having them just gave the whole place like a way better, cool looking area. I don't know, it was just really cool. And our DJ, DJ Tang, I mean, he's awesome. He really knows how to read the crowd, and just he keeps it going. With the lights, you know, we had the lights, the DJ, just people going off. It was awesome. So I think the whole thing was pretty awesome.
How late did you guys go?
I think it was until 7
Oh, wow.
p.m. Yeah, so it was 2 to 4 registration, 4 to 7 the contest. We had amateur, professional, women's, and the flat decks. And we're really hoping to get a Grom competition going for next year, you know, but we didn't have enough Groms this year to
Yeah.
make it happen.
Did
But
you?
we thought that would be cool.
Yeah, you gotta get the kids involved. The Groms, love that.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah,
is there anything that you're planning on
totally.
adding maybe next year?
Oh, I think he got stuck.
We are having some technical difficulties here, ladies and gentlemen. Coming back, there
Hey,
she is. All
there
right.
it is. All right, sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. I don't think it's me, but maybe it is.
Who knows? Who knows? Um, can you give folks your information? Where can they find photos and video?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We have a Facebook page called the Snowskate Open, and that should just come up. We have an Instagram also called the Snowskate Open, and you can always find everything on my page is Angelica Clemmer on Facebook or Gel.z on Instagram. I'm
Cool,
always posting stuff there.
and they can see your art there as
And
well.
they see my art also, yeah.
Yeah, go
Totally.
check her art out, guys, and we'll put all those down in the description.
Right on. Awesome. Thank
Yeah.
you. Killer.
So we were talking about the competition,
Right.
and then we were talking about your how to get a hold of you. Oh, the video. You were talking about a video is coming. You
The
said.
video's coming. We had a guy, his name is like Robert Stuckey, and he's like a 7-time award winner, like
Whoa,
amazing cinematographer. He just showed up at
what?
the event. I swear to God, he just showed up and he's like, "Hey, do you mind if I film this?" And we're like, "Absolutely not. Like, please go ahead
Yeah,
and do your thing."
that's
So
huge.
yeah, so we were just waiting. We've been waiting for his stuff to be ready, but he was shooting some stuff with like the Air Force right now, and he does commercials. He's
Oh,
like
wow.
pretty, yeah, he's pretty hot stuff.
Hey, so he
So
showed up with all this gear and was like,
oh my God,
"Let me
totally. And
shoot your event."
I swear to God, and then we had a guy do a live webcast for the event.
I think I saw that.
Yeah,
I didn't I didn't watch it too long, but I did see it, and
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
pretty sure I watched it at least for 10 minutes because I was trying
right.
to see what was going on, and that was one of the things that sparked my interest. I'm like, I've never heard of an event there before, so I had to
Right,
reach
right.
out.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. Yeah, so I think it got kind of like flickery through the middle of it. And then it gets better. But the guy was like, "This is my first time," like, 'cause he does other live events, but
Yeah.
usually like I think he does like a basketball and things like that. So he's like, "Hey, but for next year," he's like, "I'm gonna have all the issues that I had this year covered." So we're excited to
Wow.
see how it turns out next year. But we were really happy that he was there. Um,
Sounds like you're putting together a heck of an event, and you've got
yeah,
big
yeah, yeah,
ideas for the future. And
yeah.
this was number two. This was a
Number
second
two.
event,
Yeah, and
and
it was so much better than the first one.
very
And
cool.
yeah, and so I mean, it really is like a teamwork. It's like
Mhm.
we have a lot of help from everybody, like our friends. They're just amazing. Everybody just comes together and they're like, "Hey, let's make it the best. We want it to be the best." So we all have like the same mindset to be, make it awesome, make it fun, but also make it super like professional. We want it to be a professional event.
Cool.
And
Did you
hopefully we'll get better sponsors too, so we can have a cash prize, and make it better for the competitors too.
that that's awesome. Yeah, and I would suggest going around and checking out some of these other events because people love to compete, and this is
Yeah,
such a kind of a niche. It's a very
right,
nichey thing, and
right,
that doesn't mean that it needs to stay small. It just the core group of folks will travel to these events,
Right.
and especially if they know, you know, there's going to be webcast, and I can't wait to see this video that's coming out.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
please send me a link to
I
that
will.
video, and
Okay.
I'll retroactively put that in the description.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Yeah, I'm excited too because I saw some of the photos the guy took and they were really awesome. Really, really awesome. Yeah, we also had a photographer there, so we're trying to make it super cool for everybody's, you know, like just make it fun, make it cool. Like that's the goal, you know,
Definitely.
so that we can all go back to and check it out, get pumped for next year, you know.
Very cool. Well, thanks for joining me in the brain, Gel.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure. It's awesome. I'm stoked. I love your show. It's really cool. I checked out some of the other episodes. I was like, wow, this is awesome.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it. You know, just starting at the ground floor and just building
Right.
up, and, you know,
Yeah.
getting guests like yourself talking about
Thank
your
you.
events you just had. You know, that's huge.
Thank you.
I know there's a bunch more coming, so I've got some other interviews in the bag as well, and so we're
Cool.
just gonna keep cranking them out as long as
Right
we can.
on. Sounds awesome. I think what you do is awesome. Keep doing it.
Okay.
It's
So what is it about snow skating that's so appealing to you?
that you don't have to, there's nothing right or wrong. You can do it however you want to do it. We can obviously aim for the pockets of your snow skate deck, and that's going to make you ride a lot easier. But at the same time, just like skateboarding, you ride however you want to ride. You know, you put your feet wherever you want to put them. You can push however you want to push. You know, so it just leaves you open to doing the way you want to do them, you know, without having like a standard way of having to, you know, like turn this way or, you know, bend your knee. Like your legs and your feet are able to do anything that's comfortable to you to make it work for you. So it's just like you know, you can get down the mountain however you want to, you know.
And not
I
being
think,
strapped in is just
yeah, it's amazing. You can, like, you know, the, like we were saying, like you know, those snowboarding whiplash thing, the get slamming on the knees, those things are gone. You know, those are things of the past now. You can always jump off, you can always get knee pads, you know, and just slide off like you would do at the skate park, you know.
yeah.
Just like it just opens up so many more options, and on how not to get hurt and still, you know, start from zero. If you've never snowboarded, you can start from zero and not be so beat up that you can't move that night. And you can ask any snowboarder that they'll tell you their first couple of days were brutal.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, where snowboarding, I mean, where snow skating doesn't have to be brutal. You know.
I feel like back my snowboard delammed and I never bought another snowboard, but when I did have my other snowboard, I would take a couple runs on my snow skate, then take a run on my snowboard, and I'd be like, wow, you know,
Right.
because you have to focus on so much of the little things when
Right.
you're snow skating,
Right.
and then when you put that snowboard on, you're like, whoa, I
Exactly.
don't
Like,
need.
yeah, that's the other thing too, you know, like if you've been snowboarding for a while, you're kind of doing it on autopilot. You can be running your whole life through while you're snowboarding, where snow skating is going to keep you in the moment, you know, focused,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you definitely
Yeah.
have to stay focused.
And that's so fun for some, if you've been doing it, you know, if you've been on the mountain for a while, it just takes you back to the first, you know, your beginnings of being on the mountain, but yet having a lot of fun, you
Right.
know.
Do you you mentioned knee pads. I actually wear shot I actually wear soccer shin guards
Yeah, totally.
when I skate. Do you
I
do that as
I
well?
do too. Yeah, I like to hit the park. That's kind of like what I like to do. So I definitely wear the shin guards. I even have like butt pads, you know, little shorts. I have those. I have knee pads. I have elbow pads. I don't wear them all the time, but I can basically wear my skate gear under my snow stuff, my snow clothing, and be totally safe, you know, and just slide through. If I fall, I can slide on my knees like I would at the skate park.
Yeah.
Um, you know, and that's kind of fun too. Like, I'm not.
It's just fun.
It's just
Snowskating
fun.
is just fun.
Totally.
Smiles.
I've never smacked my head like backwards or anything like that snow skating. But I definitely wear a helmet because you never know.
Yep.
So
That's
I would definitely recommend the shin guards. That helps if you're going to the park. Definitely higher boots too, because sometimes it can come back and hit you and cut you. So if you're wearing like a high boot, it's better. Shin guards, a butt pad. A lot of the guys that go to the park a lot, they wear the full gear.
Yeah.
Why? You just
suicide pants or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So there's stuff out there
I wear
to be
gaiters too.
Cool.
I don't know.
Nice.
I don't know if you mentioned the high shoes, and I do wear the Vans skate shoes, and the MTS series or something.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I like that. I like to be able to kind of feel where my board is. That was
right. Absolutely.
That was why snow boots or snowboard boots didn't work for me really well on it, because I really like to feel the board. But gaiters are like a lifesaver, because if I'm in deep snow or even slush or anything, I'm getting snow in my boots. So gaiters are a plus.
Totally. I've seen a couple people, using those. So I think it's cool. Like whatever works for you, you know what I mean? There are no rules. So I think that's another thing that makes it so cool. Like snow skaters are very unique. Everybody has like something that's like, hey, this kind of helps me out. You should try it. So like, okay, like totally.
It is. And it's definitely a quiver sport too. I mean, it's hard. You're talking about the Bubba, and maybe that is your quiver buster, the one board that you can ride in anything. But it's great because it seems like every board that I've ridden, every sub ski that I've ridden, rides a little bit differently, excels and has its issues and other stuff. And so it's, it's really cool because you can find what works for you.
Exactly.
I find that it's hard. Something that's lacking is a real cross the board demo, where you can demo each ski from multiple different companies and actually find the one that works for you. I wish there was something like that. But these competitions and gatherings and stuff like that, like you're talking about, they're great opportunities for that sharing. And hey, man, take a run on my board or
totally, absolutely. I mean, it's really cool to see all the other companies with their boards and their decks and their graphics. You're like, wow, this is awesome. It's like there's all kinds of stuff out there right now. I know Hovland did a thing with Burton, and that's it turned out really beautiful too. I haven't had a chance to try it out, but I know some people love it.
What did they do with Burton?
It's I can't remember the name of it. I think it's like Hovland. It's like how Burton has that line. I think it's something 77. Can't remember the name of it, but they have they did a collab, Hovland with Burton.
Oh, really?
And yeah, you should check it out.
So is it a Burton Snowskate then? Is Burton
it's a Hovland Snowskate, I believe.
Snowskate. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
With Burton stuff. I think it got sold out before it really even got a chance to get out there.
Yeah, I never saw anything on social media or anything like that.
I can't remember. It's like it's Burton's line, their special line. I forget the name of it. But that was really cool that happened.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah. I know that I've seen other snow skates that look totally different,
Yeah.
I'm just like, wow, like the insanity. Like we had a guy send us this weird thing from Europe that was kind of like a boat, It's like, hey, I want you guys to try it out. We're like, okay. And actually had like rails, like snowboard edges.
But it was a boat?
It was like a boat. And I mean, so there's people coming out with like crazy ideas.
Yeah.
Somewhat work,
Yeah, you never know. I mean,
you never know.
Jeremy Jensen with Grassroots Powder Surfing, his stuff is amazing.
Amazing. He blows my mind. you know, and like insanity.
Yeah,
So
and
fun.
you know, he's out right now. I think he's at a split board event, you know, and
Cool.
his
I
split
know, right?
surfer is like, I mean,
Yeah.
he was telling me about it, and it's like legit, you know. I don't
Yeah,
know what else to say. It's
like, I mean, I remember when he was just putting out like the first ones, and now he's doing split boards. I'm just like, oh my God, like I just love everything he does, you know, like just where he's taking it is just so awesome. And like his videos are so cool.
So I did want to ask you about Minturn.
Mm-hmm. Minturn, yeah.
Minturn.
Minturn.
Minturn. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't put that in the intro, because I would have just destroyed it.
Misspelled it.
But so, you know, one of the things is lodging. If, you know, someone like myself coming from Boise, Idaho, you know, I got to think about lodging. I got to think about, you know,
right,
how I'm going to get there. Are there lift tickets involved?
Right. That's the thing. We were trying to work it out with the few places in town, so maybe we could get like a discount for people that are coming to the snow skate. I know that this year we had a sponsor, the Minturn Inn. They sponsor us, so they actually gave away a few nights for competitors. Yeah. So next year, I'm sure we can. We have 3 other places in town where people can lodge. And we're trying to, that's one of the plans, to go talk to them and see if we can get some discounted rooms for everybody.
Are there like B&Bs around and stuff like that?
Yeah, there's Airbnb, there's even like some sort of like hostel type place. It's a little pricey for a hostel. It's like $65-$70, but it's super modern, really cool. Really cool. Right downtown, maybe like 2 blocks away from the event.
And your event is basically it's at a hike park or something like that?
Yeah, it's like it's called Little Beach Park, and in this winter they don't do anything. It's an amphitheater.
Okay.
And so we use the area where people sit down. In the summer, we use that area for the rails, and we use the stage as part of like to put the DJ and all the you know, electronic stuff and judges, you know.
Yeah.
The MC. So we do it backwards, kind of.
Would have you thought about maybe trying to work something out with a local resort as well, about, you know, maybe they're getting some sort of,
they kind of have a monopoly on the area, and so if it's not part of them, they don't really want it, you know what I mean? And they allow snow skating, but they're not and we are allowed to sell snow skates in Vail, but we can't demo in Vail.
You cannot demo.
We cannot demo in Vail Resorts. They you know, they kind of own everything that they demo. So they work out deals with companies to basically say like the Burton store in Vail is owned by Vail. You know what I mean? It's not owned by Burton, even though it's all Burton product.
And they're not interested in.
And I don't know if we're there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, one day probably, but
I mean, you know, building awareness, you know, if you're getting a lot of people to come in to this event,
absolutely.
you know, you're gonna open doors.
Come check it out and enjoy the fun with us. It's a big party. If anything, it's a big party, a snow skate party. Oh my God, that's the last thing. Yeah, our after party was off the hook. Like, I mean, we couldn't even get into this place.
Really?
Yeah, it was like everybody was there. It was amazing. Like the vibe, the restaurant, it's called the Minturn Saloon. They said that it was like the best night. They were like, we did better on the event that we did for our New Year's party.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well,
so yeah, like the vibe was amazing. The party's good. It's a good party. Come check it out.
Cool.
For sure.
I'm putting it on my list.
All right, awesome. We'll try to find you a place to stay.
Yeah, that's the thing. I got a couple. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, well,
we'll work it out.
I mean, to be honest with you, my goal is now to try to grow this to the point where I can take it on the road, you know, and
Right.
do some interviews at events. And
that would be so cool.
you know, that, or just show up and then, you know, in the evening or something, do some sort of recap or have some people tell stories, or, you know, whatever it may
really
be.
cool.
And
Yeah,
that
I
is
mean, like,
not my idea.
yeah.
Somebody else had that idea.
Yeah.
But I really want to do it. So.
Do it. I think you should. I mean, like, if you come out to the event next year, I'm sure we can set you up with some of the athletes, you know what I mean, to do like something before the event or after the event. And then that would be really cool.
Very cool.
You know?
Very cool.
Yeah, it would be fun.
Well, Gel, it's been great talking to you.
Thank you so much.
Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Drew. My pleasure.
And, I look forward to hearing about many years of the Snowskate Open, and just grow that thing.
Thank you so much. And yeah, I mean, thank you. And I hope, wish you the best with your show too.
Thank you.
And I hope that you can seriously put it on your list of things to do for next year. Please
like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you know when we put new videos out. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at BrainAqua. This has been AquaBrainTV. Remember to keep your head up and keep those knees bent.